Okay, so in this video, we are going to learn about while loops. So this is another alternative to for. So we have already discussed for loop in detail. We have done many examples related to it. So there is a video for loop in the description. You can just go ahead and watch that if you want to learn the loop concept using for in Python. But now in this video, we are going to learn about while loop in Python. Okay, so guys, this is really important to understand the difference between loops, because the necessity will let you decide what exactly has to be used whenever you are coding. Okay, so while is like it is also used for iterations, it is also used in loops. So while has certain syntax. So while has you write while, that is an inbuilt keyword, and some condition, and then you write your multiple line of codes and then end your code with the else. Now understand two to three things here. While is a keyword, but this defines some condition defines that while can be used to run certain line of code inside this group until this condition is met to be true. So for, if you compare this with for we used to talk for a range, for a list items, for a dictionary items, right? But here you are checking whether the line has to be executed uh, internally, which is being written here, is true or not. If it is true, then only I will go inside this. Okay, so let's take an example for that. So syntactically, if you ask for the syntax, then this is a syntax while some condition and then the lines and the else. Okay, so I will take one example. So for example, I want to print something if uh, it is having some conditions, right? So for example, or maybe let's take this example only. So for example, I have taken a variable x equals to 10, and I want to print the message until the value of x is less than 20, right? And I am trying to operate that x variable inside my loop. So I say while x is less than 20, which means x is 10. So it is obviously true because 10 is less than 20. Then it will go inside this. It will increase the value of x to x plus 1, that is 11, and will print these two messages, that is the output that I want, and then I will just go in the else and it says out of index. Okay, so if I run this, so I will say uh, two print statements are being met for 11 because x has been processed here only. If I cut this, because I'm starting with 10 and I should ideally be increasing the size of the x after the processing, that is what maybe the logic. Then if I run this, then I will say it has an error. Okay, some indent error is there, and then you see this is the output of the x is 10. This is output of x. So there's something that you can fix here. It's more sense. Okay, this is the output of x, this is the output of x. So I'm printing two lines. So this just to understand the formatting, but idea of while is very clear. And if I take this x as 30 or 300, so what will happen? Because x is 30 and then while will wait and check for x being less than 20, so it will kind of immediately go out of all these lines and will go in the else of while and will print this out of index message. Okay, for example, in the third case, let's say I am taking 20. So 20 is again not less than 20, so it will false. So if I try to re-explain the definition here, so this has to be true. Number one, these all lines will be executed until the condition is true. Remember the word until. So it will, because it's looping. At one iteration it is looping, then it is again looping. And for example, I am not uh, playing with this value because maybe uh, I did a mistake, or maybe there's a need that this while should run infinite, and I am putting this value as 2. What will happen is this while will go to an infinite loop, right? That means it will never end because this condition is never getting false. So if I run this, my kernel will go to a crash state because of this infinite running that I have to fix that. But yes, see, it's constantly printing it. It's constantly printing it, right? So this is also very important because sometimes when you will have to check for something infinitely, then you will need to operate on such kind of infinite loop. So I will just interrupt my kernel and I will restart this kernel maybe. Okay, I've done. And there's another way. There's no need to create any false situations. You can just write while true. So while true, what it does is it will not wait for you to some mathematical operations to reject or accept this. You just have to write while true, and it will just simply keep running till infinity. Or maybe whenever you feel, you can simply write break, and then uh, it will see again. It is just, where is that? Oh, I'm just writing in the wrong window. Yeah, see. It is okay. Sorry, it is because of the older kernel is kernel needs a restart. So I'm restarting it now. If I run, so what will happen is that after one line of printing, my code will stop. So break keyword is there in while, which will help you interrupt at certain point. So for example, you are creating an infinite loop, and you know when one condition is met, then I have to end that loop. So there you can use the break statement. So for here, like for example, I was not checking anything, and uh, I was simply printing a message, and I just break out of the while loop immediately after the first printing, right? So that's how you can, inbuilt if condition inside the while loop and play with that. Okay. Next video, we will learn more about break, continue, and pass. So these are the very interesting features that are available with Python, and we will cover this with the help of examples. So please subscribe the channel if you have not subscribed. This will help you get notified when you get this video. And if this video was interesting for you and it was helpful, then please like the video and share it if possible. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video.